Hey guys, it's me Caitlin back again. I just posted a video about the Access Pipeline, and now I wanted to say yesterday, thank the Lord, um, the Native Americans won, so the pipeline will not be built. So they are now going to try and figure out where it's going to be built now. Well, okay, it will be built, but not in the route that it was going to be built, which is by the Native American land. So they are hailing at the victory. Um, the government decided against the easement, and they didn't grant it. So, and that's a really good thing. Um, in the background, I have protest music playing. Um, because I think that this whole pipeline situation really raises awareness for a lot of the issues that are going on right now in our country and around the world. Um, One of the main issues right now is the Black Lives Matter movement, and we actually just did a presentation today on it in my peace studies class. And there's a lot of speculation as to this protest, what it is, if it's supposed to be violent when it's not supposed to. People are, if you Google Black Lives Matter on the internet, uh, a lot of negative things come up, which in turn makes people think that the movement is bad. And it's supposed to invoke fear and racism and all this crap, and it's not. It's not actually for that. It was meant to bring light to the fact that there's inequality in our country and around the world, specifically in America, though. Um, a high population of our incarcerated members of society are African American. There is a high percentage of African Americans who are basically mistreated by police and by society in general, and that goes for any minority. And so we were talking in class today about All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter, but how Black Lives Matter is specifically, it's not saying that all lives don't matter at all. It's not saying that me as a white person does not matter anymore. It's saying that black people need to be helped as well, because they are one of the most, um, the most, the most harm is done to them in, the most ways. So, you have inequality with pay. Yes, women make less than men. It's statistically proven, but also African American women and men make less than anybody. Uh, that's a different color. So then you have those issues that come up with these protests, and it goes back to the Dakota Access Pipeline because you have people who want to change the way society views certain individuals and certain groups. And you have people who don't want that to happen, because if you let change happen, then you let people who weren't throughout history looked at as being good, you have them win. You let them win. And you're kind of harming the status quo, a lot of people will say, even though I would argue that you're not. Equality needs to be reached. I think that's my opinion. Equality for everyone, not just blacks, not just um, women, not just any minority. It needs to be reached for everyone so that we are treating people like they belong, like they exist in society, like they matter. Um, and it's hard for a society that was built on racism and harming others. Like, look what we did to the Native Americans. My, um, our history isn't good with minorities or treating anyone gently. So, I think that the change will happen slowly, and it is happening right now, but there needs to be more people aware of what's going on with the Black Lives Matter protests and the marches against inequality with pay and women's rights and Native American rights, and all of these different groups need to come together and focus on each individual group um, trying to help the others. If we can do that, I think we could also end up winning. We could end up winning change. We could end up fixing the system, fixing the broken system that we have, and we could bring about the right change, not just any change, but the right one. And I think with the things that are happening right now in society, it is needed soon. At least it needs to start. And the only way we're going to start anything is if people get in contact with their representatives, if people start to raise more awareness on social media. I was sharing a ton of stuff on the Dakota Access Pipeline from third person media because a lot of the mainstream media was getting it wrong. They were getting the media wrong. They were saying, "Oh, the police are just trying to control the riots," but in reality, the people weren't rioting at all. So that's what needs to be changed. I think there's a lot that needs to be changed, but it needs to start with these minority groups coming together and not seeing themselves as less than. They need to stand up for what they think is right and what is right, which is equality for everybody. Everybody have a great day. Bye.